For the first time in over a decade, Lexus has given us a new GX. Let's go. Man, has it been worth the wait. Look at this GX. I can't get over how amazing Lexus has done with design. And let's just start with the front. There's so much to go over. Spindle grille. We have it broken up just a little bit with this bottom portion here, but it's still functional to pull air in to cool this twin turbo V6. We'll go over the powertrain here in a little bit. The daytime running lights are on right now. The Lexus L motif, we still have the triple beam LED headlights. And this is kind of reminiscent of what we see in the new Tacoma, for example. If we look at it just from the head on, the new GX is 3 3/3 or over 4.5 inches wider than the old GX. Now, what we're looking at here is the Overtrail. The Overtrail is a 2-row only dedicated, well, I wouldn't say dedicated off-road because it'll do on-road too, but we have 18-inch wheels here with all-terrain 33-inch tires. The wheelbase is about 2 inches longer as well. The wheelbase is now the exact same as the bigger brother, the LX, at 112.2 inches. Now the Overtrail has this exclusive color, it's called Earth, and all Overtrails to my knowledge have a two-tone paint color going on with the black roof. You see the glossy black accents on the B pillar, for example, as well as the chunky side mirrors. Like, this boxy side mirror makes me so happy that Lexus is giving dedicated mirrors to their off-road products now. All right, let's just keep going with the design because then I want to get under the hood as well. So we got blacked out door handles, glossy black, but at least they gave us matte black at the bottom for the wheel arches, plastic at the bottom of the doors, the bottom of the bumpers. That's all matte, which is more durable. It's not going to show scratches in theory as much as the glossy black that we have on the top. The track here for the rear is about 4 inches wider than the old GX. So the old GX kind of had this persona of being this tall and really narrow, tippy sort of SUV. Now that it's longer and wider, the new GX is going to be amazing. Speaking of amazing, we can tow 8,000 pounds on this Overtrail and 8,000 pounds on the Premium and Premium Plus models. There's really just 3 grades. You have, well, let's just get into the back. Well, we have the light bar here to accentuate the wide nature of the GX, and it's never been wider than it is now here in the 3rd generation. Parking sensors back here. I'm really curious for the cargo capacity because that was always the Achilles heel of the Lexus GX. No longer do we have the door that opens up like a fridge. Since this is a 2-door model, it is kind of going to be hard to gauge on the 3-row models because the premium and the luxury grades will have that 3rd row of seats. So my guess would be somewhere around here, which is maybe about double the cargo capacity of the old GX. If I flip this up, not a whole lot of storage underneath here, maybe a bag of chips or something. We have the power output here, 100 watts, but there are hybrid powertrains coming, not at launch, that will give us, in theory, a lot more power. If you look at the new Tacoma, has around 2,500 watts, if I remember correctly, of accessory power, and I think people would really appreciate that for these Overtrail models. And yes, we have a power liftgate for the first time, optional kick sensor liftgate on I think the luxury models and maybe even their premium models. Lexus font typed in the back instead of the Lexus logo. But man, don't forget the pop-up window, a carryover from the old Lexus GX. And this is down here. Oh, did that close? There we go, close. This is down here. It's no longer tucked up underneath. I know some people might be upset about that, but when the rest of the truck looks like this, who cares about the rear windshield wiper? Let's open up the hood. Got that Mark Levinson 21 speaker. We'll go over that in a little bit. I popped the gas cap instead of the hood. Yes, takes premium fuel only, I'm sure, with a twin turbo V6 underneath the hood. Gas cap there's the hood. We'll get it right one of these times. All right, how easy is this to lift up? Very natural. First thing I did was do that. So twin turbo V6, 3.4 liters, same. Actually, this looks like a very similar engine cover to what we see in the Lexus LX. 3.4 liter, 349 horsepower, and a massive 479 pound-feet of torque. Miles per gallon, upper teens if you're lucky, which is probably better than the current GX with the V8. This is a 10-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive standard, or should I say 4x4 standard. You have a center locking diff and I'll just leave the surprise for you guys in the interior. Ooh, that closed very nicely for this pre-production model. This color, can't wait to see it in the daylight, but it's got a nice pearl to it. And this is the first ever for Lexus. We've never seen this earth color before. Let's get into this. Let's get back here first. We have sunshades. It's great to see that. And that Mark Levinson speaker here. There's only 2 trims. This is kind of I think this is the black trim. I think there's a dark brown wood-like trim as well. Everything back here feels pretty good. Now this is actually soft touch here. Actually soft touch all the way around, but it's a very sturdy and tough feeling hard touch or soft touch up here. And we also have like a leather insert here that feels like the same material as the perforated seats. Stitching on the door as well, so very impressed actually with the quality of this door. If we look at the seats, a little like square or rectangular design at the top, and this is very high quality flap here, and it smells like Tahara, guys. This is still built in the Tahara plant in Japan, alongside of some of the best built vehicles in the world, like the 4Runner, for example, and my gosh, this feels incredible. I think this isn't even leather. I believe this is Nulux. Now we have heated outboard seats here. You have USB-C chargers and a little hump here in the middle for the drivetrain. Excellent headroom here. There's a little like swoop that comes up, so I have no problems sitting in here. And check this out. Not only good legroom, but we have this olive ultra suede. I believe it's ultra suede accent here on these seats. All Overtrail models have this olive. Now, it's either black or a tan. I think it's called Chateau off the top of my head, but I don't have that here for us to look at. So we have vents right here, and do we have vents on the top? No. So the current GX, I've been driving around, Lexus has been chauffeuring us in old GXs, old, right, 2022 models. There are vents up here at the top, and I don't have that here, at least on this Overtrail. Interesting, in its pre-production, we have an oh crap bar in the 3rd row, but no 3rd row of seats. We have lights back there too. All right, let's get into the front row. I like this handle here as well. It feels pretty solid, high quality. Let's get into the driver's seat. Illuminated skid plate here, or door sill, whatever you want to call it. We have extending thigh cushion on a GX. First time we've ever seen this to my knowledge. And we'll also have the option on the Overtrail Plus, and maybe the Luxury Plus model as well, to have massaging front and passenger seats. That is amazing. I love how square this window looks. And that's something I loved about the current GX, is that the visibility is amazing. Same actually great attention to detail on the front door as well as the back door. 21 speaker, Mark Levinson. Can't wait to try it out. It's going to be great. Memory seats for your, at least your driver's side here, 3 different settings. Head-up display, you see this? First time that I know of is a head-up display ever on a Lexus GX. Can't wait to see that in action as well. The steering wheel feels amazing. And I love having these physical buttons here, which is awesome because in the NX and RX with the head-up display, they take out these physical buttons, or should I say standard buttons, and they make them customizable, which I'd rather just have fixed buttons for everyday functionality. This is a perfect setup. We actually have paddle shifters on a GX for the first time to row through the 10-speed auto, and you have the optional traffic jam assist here as well. So this will have Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0. As you guys are looking behind the steering wheel, we have a fully digital 12-inch screen. I believe it's standard across the whole range, and it's the first time we've seen a fully digital head-up display of this size on a Lexus in North America. The Lexus LBX just got that set up in Europe. Now notice how the 14-inch screen here, which is standard by the way, and this is a nice soft edging to it. It's kind of like built into the dash. It's not sticking up. It looks super blocky and right on like cue of the exterior design. So I like the interior flowing well with the exterior. 2 USB-Cs here. We also have heated and ventilated seats. No surprise. Honestly, I don't know how I would work on the massaging seats. I don't know if it's even equipped in this model, but I'm really curious about the massaging seats. Heated steering wheel, of course. You have your climate control knobs. Very familiar at this point since the redesigned Lexus NX, for example. The air vents here have a nice sliding mechanism to them. They feel actually pretty high quality overall. Here's your drive mode select. So you're going to have multi-terrain select as well with a bunch of different settings. You have downhill ascent control as well as crawl control in here. And this is all of that high quality dark finish It looks pretty good. Now, your little hidden 12-volt accessory. Look at this soft open and close accessory port here. I love that. Typically, you see just a little plastic cover over a 12-volt. No, Lexus is giving the full-on quality treatment here. I love, well, I just triggered the Lexus interface here because I said her name. But even the stitching, I know the lighting's not great, guys, I apologize, but the stitching around here, soft touch pad. So if you're doing off-roading, your knee's gonna be bumping into this. This is soft touch, it's great. Here is your rear differential lock. That is on the Overtrail models, high 4 and low 4. And it's able to go into 4 high much faster than before. I love the stitching around here. This looks and feels pretty high quality. I'm still gonna miss that old school baseball stitch shifter from, let's say, like a 2018 GX, but this will have to do. This actually feels pretty solid and better than what we have on the 2022 model GX, which is an old Lexus RX shifter. All right, let's see how to open this guy up here. We have a cool box, optional cool box in here. It's actually on right now, but the car's been not on, so it's not doing anything to cool those water bottles down. We have a sunroof. No pano sunroof that I'm aware of for the GX, just like the LX. So I hate to break your bubble, but you know, stay tuned. Maybe on the luxury models, we'll see a full panoramic sunroof, but I have no confirmation from Lexus, at least at this point in time. But here we are with the standard roof here on this Overtrail. Here are your sunroof controls. No sunglasses holder. Hate to break your bubble there, guys. If I fold this down, pretty standard makeup light, vanity light. Oh crap bars up here, and you have this big bar on the A-pillar as well. So looking out the front here, very like squared off dash as well, and a very vertical front window, which looks awesome. I don't have a digital rearview mirror. That may be an option on the luxury models, for example. On the passenger side of the dash, you have this handle here for maybe them to hold on to, and inside is this really soft insert. Even on the dash, like the dash is extremely, you can see that kind of give in a little bit. Just lets you give you guys an idea of how soft the materials are on the Lexus GX. Even we have soft touch on the glove box. The glove box down here is even soft touch. Open that up, we have a little light in there. And this is, it feels felt lined. It's hard for me to see. I'm sure it's hard for you guys to see as well. We have auto folding mirrors. Oh man, these mirrors look amazing. Look how vertical they are, just like the GX. We got blind spot monitor on the edge of the mirror. And do we have like a 360 camera button? Oh, we have auto brake hold. That's something I always wanted in the GX because the torque wanted the vehicle to always just purr away at idle. So I love the auto brake hold here, finally modernizing. We also have the very excellent resistant volume knob here. Turn the mode select. Look at the different graphics that we have. Now, this is temporary. To give you an idea, like it's early prototype, so we actually just don't have the GX model, so I can't wait to see what this graphic will look like. And Sport Plus, so we'll have adaptive variable suspension on the Lexus GX. I don't think that we're gonna have like a air ride suspension that we had on previous models for the rear, but stay tuned on that. If I put it into multi-train select, here's kind of like the rocky one, maybe dirt and sand or gravel here. All placeholder stuff at this point in time. The engine's not on, that's why we see like, you know, some engine check going on, the engine's not running. Opening this up, we have a couple cup holders here. I like it's a little silver lined as well, nice little detail. And I don't know, other than this 12 volt, I'm trying to see if there's any like secret panels here, but I don't think so. This is, I'm assuming this is where the wireless charger would go, very rectangular pad here to set your phone. As you get out, you have these running boards here that I'm sure are going to be standard, at least on the Overtrail, but probably on all models, because I think the current Lexus GX has that on all models. I'm just trying to think of what I haven't covered yet. For example, I haven't folded down this guy, a couple cup holders here. On the 3-row models, which is all of them but the Overtrail, you'll have more USB-Cs in the back, I think 6 total. So let's fold this seat down. Oh, and this also flips up. That's pretty cool. It looks like this came off of something, and maybe this is actually a cover for that to flip in. Oh, it also slides under here and pops in right there. So that's pretty cool that the seats can flip up like that, and easily just goes back up to here and they can recline quite a bit as well. Availability on the new GX will be in 2024, early part of 2024. It'll be launching in other markets as well, such as Australia. I mean, the lighting in here is rough. I'm probably in a shadow. It will be available in parts of Europe. There will be a hybrid model coming, but Lexus doesn't have any information at this point in time on when that will be coming. If I had to take a guess, 2025 calendar year is when we'll probably see the hybrid, which will be the twin turbo V6 hybrid, more than likely, with tons, heaps and heaps of torque, almost 600 pound-feet of torque, right, that we see in, let's say, the Tundra, for example. But I'm gonna end it there, guys. I am just absolutely starstruck by the new Lexus GX. They've hit it out of the park. And man, gosh, there's just the more time I spend with it, the cooler it is. So this whole panel right here is glossy black, but I just love how the A-pillar just comes out of nowhere and really makes a statement. Like, this part of the vehicle is just A+ design, the strong hood, the excellent like spindle grille that's evolved from the massive grille that we have on like the 2020 Plus GX. Like, this does not look like the same vehicle whatsoever. Lexus has hit a home run. Let me know down below, guys, what you think of the Lexus GX. I didn't even point out the fog lights earlier. So you have the foggies down here, and then you have a turn assist light as well, LED that will shine light as you turn the wheels. So there's just so much to digest with this Lexus GX. I don't have a lot of time. I got to go and check out the Lexus TX as well. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button for the GX, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.